On number 6, again, or 5, excuse me, use the trig function to find the value of x. So, doing the same thing that we did in number 4, we look at the angle, look at the sides of the angle from this angle's perspective. We see this is opposite, this is adjacent, this is my hypotenuse. I look at what's given to me and what I'm trying to find. Adjacent over hypotenuse, the ratio is going to be cosine. So we would go cosine 30 degrees is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So in this case it's 22 over x. Alright, the way I solve this is I make this into a fraction, the cosine 30 degrees. And now that I have equivalent fractions, I will cross multiply. So I go x times the cosine of 30 degrees is equal to 1 times 22. Alright, now that I'm trying to isolate x, so now I'm going to take this product and divide by the cosine of 30. And what you do to one side of the equation, you have to do to the other. These inverse operations will cancel, so here I'm left with x equals 22 divided by the cosine of 30 degrees. So that's when I would take my calculator right here. Let's put it over here. And I would simply go, turn it on, clear it out. Again, making sure on my mode that my degree is turned on. And I would simply go 22 divided by cosine 30 degrees. And I wind up getting 25.4 approximately. 25.4. Now again, to verify, if I see that this is 30 degrees, then I know this is going to be 60. And if the long side is 22, well, I know that this is x, 2x, x square root of 3 is the relationship between these three sides. So I would go 22 equals x square root of 3. I would now take and divide both sides by the square root of 3. And so I would have x equals 22 over square root of 3. And you know, the amount that we're looking for is twice that. So I know that this then is going to be equal to 2 times 22 over square root of 3, which would be 44 square root of 3, and multiplying that by a form of 1, I would get 44 square root of 3 over 3. And again, taking my calculator, let's see if that comes up to be approximately the same. So if I went 44 times square root of 3, and then take that answer and divide it by 3, guess what? I get the exact same thing. So this tells me then that x is exactly 44 square root of 3 over 3 and approximately 25.4. So those would be an approximate answer and an exact answer.